Welcome, everyone. I'm Joshua Nowak, and I'm here with Anna, Rob, Jeff, Tom, and Sid. And together we're doing an RPG short shot, The Parliament of Dreams. And this is number 2 of 2. We're here to play some Dungeons & Dragons, and I'm really glad you're all joining us tonight. Now, if this is your first time watching the Games Tavern, hello, and thank you for tuning in. Now, please follow the Games Tavern on Twitch. It's free. It supports the show, the cast, and the crew. And in addition to being on Twitch, our shows are uploaded to YouTube, typically within 48 hours, so you can catch up on all of the shows that you may have missed. And now, some announcements.
Hey, folks. Remember that when you subscribe with your Twitch Prime account, which is free if you have a Amazon Prime account, you really help the show out. Also, you can donate bits to help out your favorite characters. 1,000 bits to help out your favorite character, 500 to help out any character with inspiration.
Hey friends, what better way could you show your support than cheering on your favorite character tonight? Your bit cheers show your support to the cast and crew. Tonight, when we reach 500 bits, we will award random inspiration to a player. If you cheer 1,000 bits, you get to pick which character gets the inspiration. We also have a channel goal of 50 subs this month for a new record. Only you can help us get there. Your subs help us get to the point where we can play the cast and production crew that work so hard in the background.
Huzzah! And a humongous thank you to D&D Beyond for sponsoring this show. Go to dndbeyond.com to check it out yourself.
Tonight, thanks to our sponsors at D&D Beyond, we are giving away a D&D Beyond Player's Handbook. The raffle for the package will begin shortly, and we'll continue to take entries until the end of the stream when we pick a winner. Type !epic once you see the notice in the chat that the raffle is live. Must be a follower to enter and must be present in the chat at the end of the night for the staff to contact you to win. That's very important. Got to be present at the end of the night to get contacted.
All right, and let's get to the show then. So let's start off by just going around the horn here and introducing the characters, and then I'll remind folks where we're at and get this going. Tom, tell us about your character.
Yeah, I'm playing Malgum, the Earth Ganassi wild magic barbarian, who is quite a coward, but his friends have convinced him to continue going forward anyway, armed with his teddy bear strapped to his back.
Nice. Rob, tell us about Basalt.
Basalt is your average dwarf. If the average dwarf is killed by his clan when he's young, so he learns how to talk to ghosts.
Seems completely natural to me. Jeff, Keon, is that your character?
Yeah. So Keon Fox, totally Eldrin. So coming from the Feywild, got a lot of energy. Going to do it. We're great. College of Glamour Bard. And yeah, we're going to have lots and lots of fun of thing. Yes, fun.
Right, and no need to adjust your monitor. Last week we did have Leia with us, but she was unable to join us this evening. And instead we have Anna, and you're portraying who?
My character is Alondria Moonshadow, the Tabaxi illusionist wizard. She has been brought in as a researcher, and she tends to be very abstracted and absent-minded.
Okay. And finally, but not least, Sid, tell us about your character.
I'm playing Zoran the Red, 6'8", half-orc, Oath of Conquest Paladin. It's a big guy, even bigger attitude.
Nice. And Tech Crew, you may notice that some of the cast and crews flipped around on the nameplates, but that'll get sorted out in the background. Now, I know, well, strange things happen in Barovia all the time. And when we started up last session, it wasn't immediately clear that Barovia is where we're at, but by the end, you did find yourselves in Castle Ravenloft and beset by a number of vampires and creepy ongoings. And that's actually where we're picking it up. We're in the bowels of Castle Ravenloft. And last time, Burke, the special research director, a drow, who was with you, had a compass that was following some of the graduate student researchers, and it led you all deeper into the castle. And when you reach near the bottom of the central staircase, kind of where it starts going into the catacombs, that is where Andrasta, who was with us last session, gets abducted by a swarm of Nosferatu. They pull her into the shadows, and as they do that, they step through a threshold, and you can see the teleportation magic warping the air, and they disappear. And a couple of Nosferatu limbs get severed off, as the teleportation magic did not bring them entirely with.
Seems inefficient.
I mean, feel free to do an Arcana check, but this is also where we meet Alondria. You were beset upon by Nosferatu as well, the Flaming Fist mercenaries that you had been working with, or at least tolerating the presence of. Many of them were abducted similarly and pulled through doorways and thresholds, and it has been eerily quiet the last couple hours until you heard the adventurers here tromping around, and fate has brought you together. You do notice that she has one of the same lanyards or identification badges that you're all wearing, member of the Parliament of Dreams.
So, but we're on our way to. So we got the kids, but they got transported out. The twins, yeah.
Yes, Jermaine and Jeanette are no longer with you.
Now, and then we're on our way. We're still following the compass because it's keyed to. We're going down, right? Because it was keyed to the other one.
Correct. So Burke's got the compass, and it's pointing towards where the teleportation circle is. And as you guys come around the corner and see that whole mass and the abduction go on, the compass has now swung around, and it would be pointing west, which would seem to indicate that your quarry has suddenly...
It just took them. Oh my god. Why is all the teleporting? It is so inelegant. Like it's...
And Alondria, you recognize this drow. He goes by the name of Burke, and he's one of these Arcane University kind of administrators. He's the director of special research, and he's like a graduate student advisor. Kind of a shady guy, always pulling students for special projects and not sharing information. It's kind of a real prick.
So we see the extra research person with another badge, and we're like, you're not on the list. Who are you? Wait, you an underkid?
It's not one of the children.
Yeah, why are you here? Where did you come from?
I am here to catalog the library. What are you doing here? I have not recognized you either.
It's because we don't go to school there. We just work for them. Well, take advantage of them to do fun things. But that's not the point.
What Ken means is we're here to find the missing students.
That one.
Yeah.
If they're foolish enough to get themselves missing, I do not see how there's any concern of mine.
Now, you did know that there were some students from the Arcane University here. You had kind of tangentially worked with them when they were cataloging the library over the last 2 weeks or so.
Well, then I'm sure you have such a great way out that you don't need our assistance. Have a good day.
Which students were?
They were Chad, Ashley, Nimmin the Gnome, Jermaine, and Jeanette.
Ashley and
Twins.
Jeanette. They were helping me before. No wonder I couldn't find them. Well, I need their help, so I'm going to come with you and help you find them.
Well, Jermaine and Jeanette are out. They already got found. They almost got eaten, but that's a whole nother story. That
What kind of research facility is this?
There was no eaten. No,
Did
they were.
Andraste just get eaten?
probably.
No, she got bloody.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I mean we're all a little bloody. Killing those things is not exactly clean.
Speak for
Yeah.
yourself.
What exactly is going on here?
You're in a castle in a foreign land that you're researching. What do you think's going on?
Well, I thought I was in a castle in a foreign land that I was just searching, but I was not expecting it to deal with blood or dead people or vampires or whatever else is going on here.
There's
Have you
really
never
a
been
lot
in-
of it.
Have you never been in castles before? This is pretty common, actually. It's really common.
We must
But
have
yes.
very different experiences.
And Kian, as you're saying this, if memory serves, you're covered in like clotted blood that the Nosferatu
Head to wait.
projectiled onto you. I believe Zoran, you said you were
Nope.
as well.
I got prestidigitation. I am not covered in blood.
I still am.
You.
You gonna help a friend out, or
Oh yeah.
I like to stay.
Snap. I leave tall, dark, and Danza alone.
Well, I mean, if we need answers, I do have. Basalt holds up his hand, and there's a little flickering flame-like construct. One of the vampires here.
Ew.
What?
Wait, what?
I took his soul.
You're what?
I took his soul.
You could do that?
It's very interesting.
I mean, he's a ghost. He doesn't really have any defenses.
Wait, but you could have taken our souls at any time then when we were ghosts.
You have to die for that to happen.
We did
Yeah.
die!
So did I.
what form does the little trinket take? You-
It's, it's.
Do you get?
Have
to
you ever
choose,
seen
or-
like a charm bracelet?
Yeah.
It's a little charm from a charm bracelet, and there's a little wispy projection above it.
Okay. Yeah, the fangs on it are kind of clear, like little spectral fangs.
Those look sharp.
Well, I mean, it was a vampire.
Then why is the trinket sharp? Didn't you create it?
Oh, it's an aspect of the. It's complicated.
Not complicated.
Now, I'm not sure how the power normally works, but given where you're at and that you've captured its soul, you can kind of feel a hunger emanating from it. It's just like blood, thirst, blood.
And the children were almost completely eaten. That's accurate, 100%.
So, Alondria, one of the other people that you recognize that's with them that's been kind of hanging to the back is Chirgoba. He's this battle wizard that also works for the Arcane University.
Okay.
And it's clear that this guy is probably a simulacrum. He's looking really worse for the wear, and he's got like black thread, sewn up wounds and stuff. Like he's obviously not healed himself.
It's coming apart,
It's like-
it seems.
I recognize you. We've seen each other at the university. Look, I don't think this body has much left to it. So, if you get back, can you try and bring me back? The real me died, and I don't think I got much longer for the world.
Bring
his
you
soul-
back as in resurrect you?
Yeah, his soul's in this ring, and he pulls a ring off his finger that wasn't there. It was invisible until he holds it between his fingers, and it's got a little brain pattern on it. Look, I'm in there, so if you get out of here, please try and bring me back. They disintegrated my body.
That hurts. That you
It does.
trust her. You didn't ask this of us.
We are
Yeah.
colleagues. Who would they trust besides me?
We're all colleagues.
But we are colleagues, sir.
I've been fighting by your side for the last several hours.
Well,
I take the
Technically-
ring and stick it in an inner pocket.
She's a wizard.
Chirgova's clone was just hanging out behind us.
I mean, he's supporting us from the rear, covering protecting the back. It's
Hey, look,
important.
I got your bodies here, so you're not.
Yeah, see,
I was useful.
yeah.
Tell
Exactly.
him I was useful. Okay.
Exactly.
Every group needs a bagman.
His epitaph reads, "I was useful."
So are we going? Are we going through? What are we doing?
Yes.
Chirgova says.
I mean,
Going down.
do we really have a choice? I mean, it's kind of why we're here, yeah.
If the
Anyways.
kids are down there, then that's where we're going.
Anyways, after seeing this place, What's the word? No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna finish that statement. No one will ever finish that statement. You should never finish that statement. But we gotta go somewhere new. So
what's the worst that could happen?
I will slap silence. I cast silence on him before he finishes. I have it somewhere. Yeah, there it is.
It gets eerily quiet. The silence is oppressive. He just kind of like, fine, throws up the shrug, and he takes off the helm that he had. He hands it to you, and he steps through the portal first. And you see the runes on the ground glow and flicker, and the air wavers, and he's no longer standing there.
I can't believe he went for that.
Why'd he give me his helmet?
Looks like that's what he teleported the kids out with.
Back. Probably back. Yeah.
Choices.
What's the worst it can do? Yahoo! Right in. Let's go.
Ugh.
I'll step in.
Are we splitting the party or no?
No, I step in the portal. I follow.
Yeah.
Okay. So unlike the standard teleportation circle where it's kind of big enough for you all to go in, it's like one at a time you kind of disappear in front of each other, and the footstep from the next step that would have lifted off instead of being in the next part of the hallway, there's snow crunching under your feet and bitter cold. It's almost kind of burning the lungs. If you were out here, you don't think you'd last an hour out here without proper cold weather gear, and your ears pop. You can tell you're, probably a couple thousand feet higher than you were before. And the view is incredible, though. In front of you, giant stone wall with alcoves and statues set into it. Obviously, some type of temple. And behind you, the rest of Barovia. Rolling hills, forest. Way off in the distance, you can make out the tiny little shape of Castle Ravenloft. Now, Alondria, you've heard of this place, and you were not assigned here. On the maps, the Amber Temple is what this was indicated as.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the Flaming Fist went there, and then you never heard from them again. They never rotated back in.
Did the teleportation circle disappear behind us?
You look on the ground, and there's a... Could you give me a survival, and I can kind of decipher the footprints there? Would somebody like to... Or investigation?
Sure.
So we're outside, yeah?
Yes. And
15.
about...
So basically, we went from inside to outside, yeah?
Correct.
So
and it
this
looks
is...
to be a one-way type of portal. There's no arcane sigil worked into the ground.
So, fast travel or escape route? You be the judge.
I would have preferred this escape to somewhere warmer.
You're the researcher. Do you think it... Well...
No, it was a one-way teleportation. We cannot go back.
Oh, I assumed as well. Interesting.
About 15 feet in front of you, there is a medium-sized doorway into the cliff face. But there's a lot of footprints, the same kind of barefoot with clawed toes through here. And in the alcove, about 10 feet to the left, or correction, to the right of the entrance, there is a pile of bodies.
Just laying there?
In the shadows. Yeah.
Out in the snow?
You can see that just a couple little tendril, wispy, steam coming off them, kind of like they're losing their heat.
Oh, so fresh.
Recent kills.
Don't
I'm
like
gonna check
this.
the pile to see if you have any of the kids that we're supposed to find.
Careful,
So-
they might grab you.
It's so macabre. Why?
Well, as you start checking them out, you see that they've been drained of their blood. They're definitely wearing the Flaming Fist regalia, and these up here seem to have been equipped with cold weather gear, kind of like fur-lined ponchos and gloves and stuff. But it's not doing them any good now.
Purposely ready for this. It's a good thing that I have cold weather gear in my bag. Digging. Aha.
Anyone care to strip the bodies and get a little bit more comfortable?
Do Tabaxi have to worry about being this cold?
Do you have any natural resistance to cold or...
No.
No?
I was hoping fur would count.
You've got maybe, 10, 15 minutes more, but ultimately it's almost to the level of like a supernatural cold. Heat up here just does not stay. It's constantly being drawn away from you.
As much as I like the idea of stealing a dead man's clothing, I think I'm just going to double up on my own, since these lads are a little lanky.
Better this will test them being dead when they start to strip one of the bodies of their poncho and other cold weather stuff.
Okay.
It's the cold.
While they're doing that, I'm putting on the cold weather gear from my bag of holding.
Sounds good. Melgum, you doing anything?
I don't think I have anything for the cold. Yes, I'm going to take a charge out of a little ball of fluff out of my bag of tricks and throw it to the ground and summon an owl. And now I have an owl on my shoulder to help keep me warm.
Okay.
That will be very effective.
Well, that's one way to warm your neck, I guess.
It's on the other shoulder than my teddy bear, so I've got basically both shoulders.
So you're saying is your neck is shielded against the vampires.
That's true. That's intentional.
Put in gloves and prestidigitation, make the gloves warm.
Okay. Now, when you were in Castle Ravenloft, there had been a bunch of lightning and stuff. That seems to have dissipated. You're looking off in that direction to the east, and there doesn't appear to be like an active storm going on, but there are here and there a stray bolt of lightning, and it seems like it's kind of headed towards where you're at. And as the lightning bolts come down and hit the ground, there's almost like a line of lightning that is kind of working itself across the ground. And how best to describe it? Almost like a lightning river from this distance, slowly wending its way through the woods and the hills. And you can see the faint path or track of where the lightning is going to be as it winds itself up the mountain and kind of terminating near the temple. Maybe on the backside, it's hard to tell.
Did you just say lightning's going this way?
So the first couple of bolts kind of drop down from the sky, but then when they hit the ground, instead of like exploding in a shower of sparks or just the lightning bolt dissipating, it almost seemed to be like kind of like feeding a river of lightning on the ground, and then that path has worked its way across the landscape and is winding itself around the mountain that you're on. And then something appears to be like almost riding that lightning. It's hard to tell because you're at the absolute most distance away. You'd say, well, given the realm of Barovia, it's about 25 miles across, if memory serves. So
got a 19 perception.
Passive perception of 19, yeah.
Yeah.
There is definitely something that's like riding that lightning, some type of vehicle. It's tiny at this distance, but it is making progress and headed this way.
It's like somebody took a gnome's wet dream and tied it to lightning.
I've seen some crazy things in a decent amount of time, right? I'm still pretty young for my kind, but older than most of you, maybe. But what? Just what?
And you're counting the lightning. So like as the lightning does fall down and kind of add to the river, to count 1,000, 2 1,000. So you're able to kind of figure out how far away, and it's moving at a pretty good clip. You would say like faster than a land-bound wagon.
Oh, it's coming in our direction.
Yes, slowly kind of wending its way over. So it's probably an hour away or so.
So do we want to wait on the lightning wagon that's coming our way? Oh yeah, by the way, guys, there's a lightning wagon coming our way for those that can't see it.
Well, once I pointed out, it's impossible to look away.
Or do we go inside the mountain? The door, right?
It is a door, yes.
Want to go inside the mountain?
I am definitely in favor of going inside the mountain.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Already
going inside the
shelter.
mountain.
Perhaps we're gonna find something to start a fire.
Okay, inside it is. Who's leading the way?
Sure, I'll go to open the. Oh yeah, Rogue. Oh, he obviously
I'm leading the way as
the
usual.
experienced guy.
Calm down, Ken.
I'm used to the spring and summer weathers. It's a little chilly. How do you think I'm wearing a hat?
So there's not a like a traditional stone door. If there is one here, it's retracted in, and the work is incredible. It's just like a 15, 20 foot long hallway, about 10 foot across, and there appears to be some dim light coming from the inside, but given the angle and stuff, you can't see its exact source unless you go in all the way.
I'm gonna try and make a history check here for stone cutting. I don't know how well this is gonna go.
Okay.
Just to see. So this is actually with a doubled.
Due to your dwarven stone lore?
Yes. So doubled proficiency bonus. So this is actually +9. Good grief.
Nice.
Good.
That is a natural 20. So 29.
Nice.
So it wasn't clear from the outside due to the many layers of ice and snow. But once you kind of step through the threshold and a little bit of the light catches and reflects off of it, it's actually not stone. It appears to be almost like a... there's two materials here. There's kind of like a black marble with some amber veins through it. And then there's just straight up like translucent amber. It's amazing. There's definitely some type of magic involved, or you've never seen this type of stone before.
Well, this was not carved with tools. This was carved with, well, maybe magic, maybe an elder god. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's creepy. Come on.
I mean, after all the other things we've seen here, right? We have seen Crazy Castle. We've seen tons of vampires. We've seen, people take our bodies. Don't even get us started on that. I just close out Landria before she even opens her mouth. And a car on lightning. Yeah. No, that's not unusual.
Honestly, the strangest thing here is your hat.
It is pretty strange.
Well, remind us, what hat are you wearing?
I don't know. It's like a beanie. I look like Spock from Star Trek 4.
It looks very keen. All right, so Basalt, you're leading the way first in, and there is a cloaked figure who's. So we're not like in a initiative like battle mode, but if you refer to Battle Map 3 in the slide deck, you guys have kind of come in from the. Here. Coming in from the outside, there's a figure standing, and that's the A with the orange circle. Everything about this guy shouts Lich. Like the drawn skin and just kind of the creepy necromantic aura emanating off of him, but he's well dressed. And greetings, welcome to the Amber Temple. What are you here for this evening?
Mostly not to be run over by the lightning chalk.
Or freeze to death outside in the cold.
Well, I'm afraid you won't find any warmth in here. But he looks at each of you in turn, pausing for half a second. But I see some of you have taken advantage of the coat check outside.
Ew. Ew.
And then he kind of cocks his head to the side, and he's looking at the badges. Researchers. Researchers. People after my own heart. Have you come to view the library, or are you here for the ceremony?
Probably the library, but depends on the ceremony.
What he said.
Ceremony to disembowel, drain us, and, otherwise murder us? No. Ceremony of cool things with shiny objects and something nifty? Maybe.
You do not know if they consider those to be mutually exclusive ceremonies.
That's... Yeah.
It's about now that you realize Burke is no longer with you.
Which one was Burke?
Burke was the drow.
Oh.
Oh no, we've lost an elf.
Yes.
Anyway, where's that library?
Well, yes, if you would follow me. And he is going on the map here, kind of over to the left. And you get a glance down at the giant open area in the center. And it's pretty dim in here. The lighting is definitely not like full-on torches. It's multiple little candles and stuff. Every now and then a torch, but it's dim light overall. And there are a number of kind of humanoid-ish creatures down there. And you see 3 kids. Hold on, this map layer is screwing with me.
The simulacrum is with us, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he popped through it. He's like, I didn't think I was going to make it.
What are you gonna do with
So-
those kids?
Did Bert come through the portal at all, or did we just not see him once we went through the portal?
He was the last one through.
Okay, so he did go through.
Correct. And at
So-
some point, he has given you the slip. Or he didn't walk
it's
in
fine.
with you.
After what he described to us earlier about his true purpose, I kind of have been checked out on him.
Okay. So yeah, you're glancing down, and it is...
But wait, he has the compass, though. Fuck.
Alondria, you recognize it. The 3 kids are... You met them once in passing. You mainly worked with the other 2 that you'd referenced. But it's Chad, Ashley, and Nim the gnome are down there in kind of kneeling on the ground, and they're not moving a whole lot. And
Right.
the figure in front of him is kind of pacing back and forth, looking at each one, and takes a turn to kind of put his long skeletal finger out and raise their chin, and he's looking in each of their eyes in turn, but he's taking his time.
So I guess we are here for the ceremony, and I will... Hopefully there's a banister, because I want to slide down a banister.
Well, actually, there are banisters. There's stairwells
I'm
on
totally
each side,
sliding.
so I'm certain there's
I'm totally sliding down it.
nice. Okay, let's do some initiative then. And for reference here, Scene Setter 3 Tech Crew, that is the person in the center who's messing with the graduate students.
Said anything about fighting? No, it's gonna go down and fight.
Well,
There's more to this than
I'm
fighting.
merely
I'm
prepping
jumping
the
out to
initiative.
fight, so it's fine.
I'm just prepping the initiative. We're not in initiative rounds yet. But
Didn't sound very aggressive to me. He sounds so jolly.
yeah, Keon, what did you roll?
We're about to find out. Those dice says 16.
Okay, Malcolm,
An advantage. What's my... Yeah, only 13.
13. Zoran,
14.
and Alondria,
22.
and Basalt.
Bam,
8.
bam.
Oh, 8. 8. Okay. Just throwing this order here on my little cheat sheet, and I will do the NPCs as needed here. Okay, so you slide down the banister, and are you yelling anything when you do it, or just? And are you doing it cool, like where you're sliding with your feet?
No, I'm sliding on my butt because I was just gonna be cool. I wasn't going into like I don't have sword, John. I'm just like going down. I'm like it's quicker than walking.
It is. You do need to make an acrobatics check though to hop off at the end, or you're going to have a very painful situation to deal with.
Checks out.
Seems legit to me. That's a 12 on the dice, and so that is a 23.
More than sufficient. Yeah, you do some like pommel horse dismount, pretty cool stuff at the end, and yeah, you land on your feet in front of the end of the banister, and the silent knight who is walking in front of him, he stops from looking at them.
Oh my
looks up,
god!
and he gives a slow clap to you.
He have been looking everywhere for you. Oh my god! I had to die to get here. Like you don't understand just how much trouble I have had to. We have had to go through to get here.
So.
Mostly me. But
So to better describe the floor here, behind them appears to be a giant statue, probably 30 feet tall, but it's currently covered in a patchwork of like bed sheets and cloaks that have been kind of sewn together. And then there's a rope that goes around the midway that's kind of blocking off the statue. You can definitely tell it's, like a giant statue of like a person given the features, but you can't tell what it is, obviously.
As I go down the stairs, I cast mage armor.
Okay. Anything else people would like to do kind of as you're walking down?
I like
Well,
drop.
go ahead.
Is this a little? How far is this drop in the middle?
I think it's no more than 20 feet. I think it's like 10, 15 feet. I
so
can consult the map.
I'm glancing over at that lich, and I'm going.
Yeah.
Anyway, where's the library?
This way. Follow me. Are you going to go with him?
So I don't know how far behind me everyone is, but I am going to try to engage in conversation for a minute, or at least as long as they're going to let me.
I hop down.
Okay. So sorry, to answer, I'll go around the curve here. Basalt, for the purposes of this map, we're going to say the library is kind of that amphitheater thing off to the side. So the lich will walk with you, and as you go through the hallways, this map is all right. I'm Shanghaiing a Shirgoba steer. The yellow border one, that is the lich. He's like, follow me. And you go through this broken hallway into this little like amphitheater. And as you go through the hallway out there are a bunch of like murder holes where you can kind of look down into what's going on below.
Mhm.
And there are just a ton of books that are haphazardly stacked in here. And you see notes and parcels and like wooden crates that are lined with straw. It looks like this is kind of a staging area for the mercenaries, and like boxing up a bunch of the stuff that they pulled from elsewhere. But we'll come back around then. Zoran, you were saying you were doing something?
Oh, I was hopping over the ledge.
Okay, yeah, you want to do it cool or just do like a superhero landing?
Yeah, let's go superhero landing.
Okay.
Isn't that the same thing? I don't.
Well, I mean, there's different types of cool. You want to do like an intimidate or an athletics? What's your
Bart
flavor?
Simpson
here?
cool.
Mhm.
Or do you just want it to be functional?
I think intimidation would work with it. Hopping down and
Wait.
walking menacingly.
As soon as he gets up on the banister, I'm gonna stop mid sentence. I'm gonna look up. Ooh, wait, guys! You gotta watch. He's gonna do the thing.
So you can do like a strength intimidation. One of those things where you're, if that's how you want to do it.
Oh, okay, so that would be what, athletics or?
Well, no, you can cross over. Since intimidation normally would be like charisma, but
yeah. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with
okay, bring it then. What do you got?
Let's see what I got. I was rolling real bad yesterday, so. Ooh, 23.
You make it look easy. So yeah, you land however you want, and when you do that, a couple people step out of the shadows, and they give kind of like an appreciative nod, like, yeah, that's badass.
So passive insight 19, or I can insight while I'm trying to talk for a minute. I'm calling out. Making like, look at this. This is a really cool superhero landing he's doing. How are you guys doing? Oh my god, we spent so much time. This has been a long journey. Are they like being cool right now? Or are they actually trying to already start shit?
No, they're definitely not starting shit. So
Cool.
the guy who had been silent there, he kind of clears his throat. I'm glad you could all come here. And the kid in the middle, Chad, is like, Uncle, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? He's kind of a whiny little, got a little whiny voice.
He's gonna keep going, but I hate to interrupt you, but just let me finish. I'm gonna keep this party going, because this is a really cool place you got here, and oh my god, I've always wanted to visit. You don't understand just how awesome this is.
So the four that stepped out from two on each side, they're kind of major domoing it up, and they're like, you do not interrupt Paladin Cade while he's speaking. Let him finish.
Well, I mean, to be honest, he interrupted me, so I'm kind of in the middle of something, so if you don't mind.
They give a very disapproving look at you, and you notice, Basalt, no, you're not actually there. Okay. They are covered head to toe in tattoos. Cade waits to see between
You're right.
Keon.
You're right. I apologize, please. I mean, if you'll, of course, allow me to honor this with a poem upon your completion.
Certainly, there will be an opportunity for remarks afterwards. He smiles. It's more of a grimace without the lips there to fully accentuate it. First, I would like to apologize to you all for what this land has become. When I and he gestures to the two fellows behind him. When I and the Fellowship of the Crimson Banner journeyed here years ago to seek out treasure and fame, we never thought that killing the Vampire Lord would have been the worst thing that ever happened to us. But ever since he perished, the evil here has been escaping. And I have tried everything imaginable to stop others from coming here, but they keep coming. And now I'm doing what must be done. I will make sure that the borders close here and nothing ever escapes again.
I say, yes, that is lovely, but Chad, what are you doing here? I told you were going to help me catalog the arcane spell journals.
Mr. Burke told us to come here.
Well, Mr. Burke was wrong. I need you back at the castle. I do not appreciate being dragged up here and tracking you all the way over here. Get up, get up. Why are you kneeling on the floor? Get up.
Please, he's here for a ceremony, and of course a ceremony needs to be properly honored.
You know,
I think we are interrupting the ceremony. Chad, you two, whatever your names are, I forget. Get up, we need to get out of here.
This is why it's so hard to be a bard.
They kind of look
anything off.
They kind of look back at you, and then they look at Cade, and Cade shakes his head. He reaches down to his side and pulls out this snow globe and gives it a little shake. Burke, I think you're looking for this.
Everyone's in such a damn hurry.
if I may,
Yes.
children in my culture, they never sit still through ceremonies, so sometimes you got to give them something to play with. And I direct my owl to go sit on one of the children's shoulders. And then I take two. Oh, no. Does he stop me?
No. There's Chad, Ashley, and Nimin, the gnome. Which one would you like to sit on?
All right.
Sit on?
Like the shoulder.
Perch.
It has one hit point. I imagine it's not like a huge, huge owl.
The child crushes the child.
We'll do Chad.
How's like the Genasi sitting on the child?
Okay.
And then I'll take out two more fluffs from my bag and sit one in front of each child and roll to see what they become.
I mean, they're not children, right? They're like
Okay.
They're
young
grad
adults.
students.
Yeah, it's like
you're right.
they're not.
That means they know nothing.
They're not 5.
So,
Okay.
so I did use the apprentice wizard icon from D&D Beyond because I thought it would be a little ironic. But yeah, there wasn't a good graduate student icon to use.
So one of the animals from my bag of tricks becomes a lion,
Well, now.
and the last one becomes a giant goat.
Are you going to set him
Oh,
free
right.
to
It's-
carry our sins off?
It's for, it's for the children to cuddle with. And I just direct them to sit by the children. They sit at their feet.
I'll allow it. So is that the happy icons? Okay.
Is that okay?
Nice. Yeah, that's fine. That's great.
All right, carry on.
So he's got the snow globe and kind of giving it a little shake, and you hear from the banister back at the entry area, "I'm here, Cade," and it's Burke. He's dropped whatever pretenses he had of being like a mild-mannered professor, and he is geared up in like full evil drow regalia. He's got a shadow blade at his side, and
Oh no, I'm so shocked. This is my shocked Pikachu phase.
yes, stud leather armor. He's like,
Oh, so nice of you to finally join us.
Burke,
Well-
we found the children.
Master the obvious, that one.
"Well, that's fine. You can take him home. I really don't care. I'm here for the globe."
You did say that when we first met you.
He did. Hence why my shocked Pikachu phase.
And Cade and Burke go back and forth bickering, and somebody would like to give me an insight check to
Sure.
to read into this.
I'll do it.
24.
All right.
Is it all right?
Oh, okay. Throw it.
Dice thrown.
Yeah, I got a 7.
7. So yeah, you're reading it more like Cade just does not like Drow, but what you're picking up from this is that these two know each other, Keon. The insults kind of they're hurling at each other, and the barbs, like no way do two strangers just meet and immediately know what to say to piss off the other person, and that's what they're doing. Everything that Burke is saying is just igniting the passions of Cade there. You can tell he's trying to get his goat, so to speak.
So they both were chaperones on the same school trip, and Burke didn't let Cade take a bathroom break, did he? just so unfair.
Cade's like, when we came here together under the banner of the under the Crimson Banner, we swore, we would defeat him. And now you're bringing in all these mercenaries, sacking the place. That is not what we came here for. And while they're bantering about and Keon is setting something up, Basalt, what are you doing with the lich in the side library?
Oh, look at these books. Some very rare volumes here. This looks,
The first one you pick up is Snow White and the Seven Whites.
this looks like an original from, well, I guess here.
Actually, this particular volume predates the founding of this land. So the exact age is difficult to tell due to the weird nature of the way time flows and is perceived here. Oh, it's old.
Can I do an investigation check to see if I can find anything related to snow globes?
Sure, yeah.
And essentially, Basalt will be chatting with the Lich inane stuff. A 10.
So yeah, you're going. What you find is kind of like the ledger that's in here, and the bills of lading, I guess you'd call it, for the various wooden crates. And you're looking through, and he's keeping an eye on you. And let's see here. Looking for something in particular? Something I could help you with?
Oh, yeah. I was looking for a field guide to constructed cities in snow globes.
Ah, you have a keen eye, a very keen eye. Before I answer that, what is your relation to the priests out there? He gestures to the charm bracelet on your wrist.
No relation. This is I believe well, I'm not really familiar with the local fauna, but the vampire?
Oh, the soul?
Yes.
Interesting. I bet you would have a lot in common with them if you were to speak with them. Perhaps you have something to learn from them, should you choose to follow that path.
Well, does that path get me closer to a field guide to miniature cities inside of snow globes?
Sadly, no, but I do know something of what you're searching for, since Paladin Cade has been searching for it for some time. My understanding is that it is not native to here, but that some time ago, it was perhaps a decade back, it was found in the Barrier Peaks. And it has several uses. It's sort of a bubble reality, a way that you can escape from one plane to the other, be secure within it. And it was several years back now that it was brought here for safekeeping. But I've not laid eyes upon it until earlier today.
So, kind of like a semi-permanent Liam's tiny hut.
Yeah, so or perhaps a maybe some type of iron flask, or a place that multiple people could escape to. It is not of this world, even though it is within our boundaries.
Interesting. Well, I think I've seen enough of these books, and this manifest is going to be useful. Do you mind if I make a copy?
Oh, no, please. And in fact, he reaches under his robes and he pulls out a tome. Let me autograph this for you. And The Life, the Times, Thoughts on Evil by Exanther. Please read it.
Oh.
Consider the contents.
Well, thank you. I've never actually had a famous author autograph a book for me before.
Evil is always an option.
Do you know somewhere where I can get a better view of the statue I saw behind that curtain?
There are observation ports in the hallway.
Oh, okay. Oh, lead the way, please.
Though I recommend not uncovering the statue.
Greater evil?
It's a tool.
Ah, okay.
Meanwhile, downstairs, Keon, did you have a monologue?
No, I am pouting because those two are arguing, ruining everything. Yeah.
They're still arguing?
At a certain point, Kate is like, enough. I destroy it, or you come down here now and take it.
Okay, cool.
Isn't that the entire point of you being here?
Somebody was gonna get a javelin, so
So Cade's coming down the stairs and he sees the tabaxi at the bottom. He decides, no, I'm going to go down the other one instead. And he's working his way down. Plus, he didn't want to be on the side with the goat. So they're side by side there. And he's he lashes out and kills the kid. Takes his rapier right into Chad through the throat.
I had directed the animals to defend the children, so I think the animals attack him.
Okay, the owl takes the first blow, but let's see the second one here. And then we'll jump into initiative. These drow. So when that happens, the square there that he's in fills with like inky blackness. And then Chad is actually alive. He did not die due to the brave owl sacrificing himself. And the
brave Sir Owl.
Yes, the paladin Cade does have a blow sent his way, and the rapier lashes into his hand and kind of he pops the snow globe up into the air, and you see the drow hand go out and grab it. And we're at the top of the initiative here. So, Andrea, you won the initiative race here.
I send a firebolt at the guy who tried to kill the kid.
Okay. That would be a disadvantage unless you've got a way to see through magical darkness.
Not magical darkness.
Okay.
Yeah. But sorry. Firebolt. Disadvantage. 19 to hit.
Okay. You appear to have definitely hit something within, because the bolt does not go through the backside and splash off anything.
18 points damage.
Whoa.
Yeah, I rolled a 9, an 8, and a 1.
Tier 3, nothing to laugh at there. Let me just add these guys here. Roll some dice real quick.
I needed those researchers, damn it! Don't touch them!
Sorry, one moment here as I...
Have we noticed the kids? Are they like there, or are they lights out?
They were pretty much
are the-
terrified and not moving for fear of being killed, is what your read is with your insight checks from earlier.
Cool.
So,
I thought.
here. So many NPCs. There we go.
I told you to get back to the library 5 minutes ago. Why has no one listened to me?
Okay, so that was a firebolt, and then are you done?
Yes.
Okay, Kian, you are up, and then Cade goes.
Okay, so is magic? My God, I hate the wording that they use for some of these spells.
What are you trying to do?
Well, I was looking at mass suggestion, wondering if it counts as a charm effect, because it says creatures can't be charmed, but it doesn't say charmed anywhere else in the entire wording of it. So it's very frustrating.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, since we see so many angry people, and this is no time for anger, I'm going to cast slow on 6 things.
Okay.
So,
What 6 things, and what's the radius on that? Is that
it
40.
is 40 feet, so I probably will have to only get like 1/2. Can I get... Actually, they're pretty close. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Hey, I can get everyone. I can get actually all the little guys. I will get the 6 little guys
Okay.
around the edge.
And which guy are you on the map here, right next to the kids? Right?
I'm
Oh, in the middle.
green on the left side.
Eladrin, got it. Okay, the guy closest to you, but correction, not the guy closest to you, the guy closest to where Burke was that I've highlighted, counter spells.
Ooh.
Nice.
Suppose that's a thing. Oh well. Then I will bonus action inspiring presence to give it to, a mantle of inspiration to...
It was like a bone wand he whipped out in quick reaction, and your spell fizzles in the air.
Mm,
You feel
vicious.
like necromantic energy kind of wash over you.
It's so dirty.
Yep.
But like I said, bonus action, mantle of inspiration, targeting the 3 kids, and Zoran, and and our Ganassi.
Hey.
So all of them get 11 temporary hit points.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And can immediately use their... Is it... where is it? Each creature can use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking attacks of opportunity. So I am inspiring the children to run the away.
Okay. Oh yeah, and the owl is dead.
Me children.
And then...
So
Sorry.
I think that's like 30 feet or so. They make it to the top of the stairs.
And then Zoran and Malgam, if you want to use your reactions, you can move up to your movement without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Man,
Oh,
it's a
yeah,
thing of
yeah.
beauty.
We up here.
What's that? Right
so-
up in...
We're heading up there. Yeah.
Okay. Are you done, Kian?
Pretty good.
Yeah, because I mean, do I want to take a hit? Not really, but no, I'll stay right here. I'll tuck in here between. I'll stay where I am between these 2 guys with my little sword out.
Okay. All right. The big guy, Paladin Cade. He's going to go after the guy in front of him. He draws his weapon and bring up the counter here. It's got some dice. And who is that run in front of him?
I believe that's me.
Highlighted here? Okay, well, this Genasi is maybe going to be cut down. Let's see.
It was the reaction I used to move, right? For what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that is an 18 and a 16 to hit.
Why did I use my reaction? Yeah, they both hit.
Okay.
Does the 16 hit? You're not raged? Yeah.
16 is my armor class.
No.
Nice. So the blade is like unnaturally cold. Looks like he's got some enchantments cast into it. I'm just going to use average damage here. He's doing it one-handed, so that is 9 slashing, 18 necrotic, and moment on the extra, and 4 cold damage times 2 as both of them hit you.
Wait, so all of that, what you just said, was times 2?
So
9, 18, and 4
correct.
times 2. Okay.
As
So
the
31.
longsword slices through you, and the wounds immediately start to necrotize and fester.
All right. I'm glad I wasn't raging. Whew.
That is
4 times 2.
it for him. All right, and then his old counterspelling buddy back there. What is he going to throw at you guys? He doesn't like. Who does he not like? Somebody is getting blighted. That's what I'm going to do. Somebody is getting blighted. The wizard. Wizards.
Damn it.
So he is throwing a 5th level, so that's going to be 90-10 necrotic, and it's a DC. Where are you on here? Horrible. 14. Only a DC 14.
Constitution.
Con save.
This guy is coming up.
I cast Counterspell.
Ah,
Well, he is. Yeah. Okay. Fair play. He does not take it kindly, but he doesn't have lips either, so he just kind of grimaces. And this guy is obviously undead as well. It's clear now that you're kind of all exerting yourself. Who's alive and who's dead, because it's super cold in here, and any of you who are living, you can see your breath. Let's see on the map. So the paladin is definitely undead, or not giving off any breath, and the 2 guys behind him. However, the 4 ladies on the side, they appear to have some life in them, as their breath is plainly seen. All right, so that was my 2, and we are now 14 Zoran. Zoran, you're up.
so the darkness spell is still up, right?
The darkness is there, yes.
Okay, cool. So as an action, I'm casting Dispel Magic.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, so you dispel it, and he is not underneath it anymore.
Sir.
Drow Shadow Blades can do this little teleport thing.
Grumble. I'll find you yet. And as a bonus action, I'm casting Spiritual Weapon.
Nice. Who are you having it attack?
The big old. I'm putting it right in front of me between the paladin and this other undead sorcerer.
Okay.
So right here, the space right in front of me, in front of where I'm standing, and I'm attacking the paladin. That's a lot of damage he did, so he's just gonna. I'm gonna attack.
Dropped it on the map. You can move it to where you need it.
Yes. Right here.
Nice.
I say arise. And my flaming necromantic sword, spiritual weapon, appears. And I swing. And it's plus. That is a. Damn it. 10.
That is not enough. Let's see. Mr. Paladin here is using plate and a shield, so easily calculated AC 20 on this guy. All right.
Fun.
Next up in initiative 13, Malgo.
Okay, I'm going to edge around to the other side to make room for my animal friends who are directed to attack from their last directive.
Lions and goats and barbarians.
Yeah. So I am going to bonus action rage, which let me bring up my fun. My fun. Let's see. I should have do this beforehand. Okay, all right. Shadowy tendrils lash out as I let out a yell. And everybody of my choice within 30 feet must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take just a little bit of necrotic damage.
Okay.
So 30 feet, I'll let... Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. I'll let you figure out who has to make the saves. Oh, and let me tell
Was
you...
that your choice or everyone? Sorry.
So all of my enemies within 30 feet.
Enemies,
so
okay.
not
Covering a dice.
already...
One roll.
Sure.
That's a lot. Okay. That is some horrible dice there. The two on the right-hand side of the map, they pass it. The other three closest to you fail.
The DC was 16.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah,
all right.
below that. How much damage
So,
then? Is the necrotic wave?
Yes, it is 4 points of necrotic damage. And I get 8 temporary hit points.
Nice.
All right, so that's my bonus action. And for my action, I will use my awesome-looking pike to stabby stab the paladin recklessly, because why not?
Okay.
Okay, good thing I did that. That is 27 to hit. No, 28.
All day long.
Okay, gosh, it's been a while. It's been a whole week. Let's see. Yeah, that's a D10. Okay. Oh. Okay, that is... Where is my... I'm sorry. Okay, 8 points of damage. Rolled minimum.
Okay.
All right, sorry. Second attack. That is only a 21 to hit.
That hits as well. And then Basalt, you're up next.
And that, ooh, nice. 17 points of damage. And then did my lion and goat get a swipe in each?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I'll do this quick. All right, that is a natural 1 for the goat, and that is a
Get this Jode off me.
21 for the lion. Let's see, for bite, he deals a D8, and that is 6 points of nyang.
Okay, let me...
What's better than yang yang damage?
Exactly.
Yeah, he takes it. Okay. Awesome.
All right, that's my turn.
Basalt.
I'm assuming that the topmost route is not open.
You mean like you'd have to go back to the entry balcony to get down? I don't believe from up here. Oh, actually, if you went straight, you could end up on it. The platform, like looking over everything.
Yeah, let's go there because it's a little bit closer and there's no children in the way.
Because when you peek through, you can see. So it would actually end up being up here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's where he appears, and gonna use my bonus action to dash to get there. So I have the opportunity to throw a hammer. And we're gonna throw a hammer at the... I believe it's gonna be the caster who is right next to Malcolm.
Yep. He is not done anything yet. He seems to be a little bit of a slowpoke, but he definitely looks like a caster, bone wand in hand.
Okay.
All right. What do you got on the to hit?
27.
All day long. All day long.
And that is 11 damage.
Okay. And is that a double attack or a single?
I do have a double attack. I just need to double check that it's not a sneak attack. Could he have seen my hammer coming?
No, you popped up from behind. He's focused on everything on the ground in front of him.
All right. So that is a sneak attack. Hang on a second. So he's going to enjoy an additional 23 damage.
Oh,
23 on top of how much was it?
11, so that's 34.
You
And,
nearly take his head off with that attack.
And our lovely paladin gets to enjoy 3d6 necrotic damage.
What did I do?
No,
Not you,
No, the other paladin.
the other
The
paladin.
more lovely paladin.
So
I apologize.
15.
So that was actually a clean kill in him because he had taken a little bit of damage from the necrotic wild magic barbarian.
Okay.
So dead. Yeah, you just take his head off from behind. He goes down.
He
And then
collapses, and then the Cade suffers Wails from the Grave for 15 necrotic damage.
Nice, and that's
I'm
just
going-
a phantom kind of automatic. It pings him.
Yep. And I'm going to go ahead and use my reaction to steal the soul of that caster.
Okay. Very, very powerful.
What is
Uh,
with doing soul stealing, man?
It is what my dwarf does.
Josh, I'm terrible at this, so I forgot to add my rage damage, so that's 6 more total.
On which guy? Or
The paladin,
okay.
3 and 3.
Now, when you do that, the kind of priest-looking female closest to you, Basalt, nods approvingly and kind of gestures to all of the tattoos along her arm. And as the hand moves down, you see each one kind of glows, and it's got that same look as like a soul trinket.
More soul thieves.
Okay, so bottom of the round then.
Oh,
was,
and his hammer returns to his hand.
Awesome. So bottom of the round was going to be that guy you just smoked, but not happening. So I think all my NPCs have gone. Top of the round then would be 22, Alondra.
I move away a little bit ways up the stairs, and then I cast Fireball to hit those 2 minions right in front of me.
Oh, okay.
So, Dexterity 16 saving throw. And 23 damage.
Okay, let me add them to the fray here.
I don't think they were involved.
There was a 23 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, one makes it, the other fails.
No.
We don't need them attacking us when our backs are turned.
They didn't
And-
attack.
And now they won't. No.
All right, so they are you done then?
Yeah.
Any vote? Okay. Well, they do not like being attacked, so they're going to come and attack you. And while they don't have any, weapons in hand, they slap their hands together, and as they pull them apart, a soul blade emerges
Oh dear.
between them, and they stalk closer to you. And both of them point to empty spots on their arms. Never had a tabaxi soul before. And they are attacking.
Really creepy, guys. I'm not with her. I don't know her.
Alright, they did,
I say to the 2 next to me.
all right, I'm doing 2 attacks on the one on the right. It's a +5 to hit. A 1 and a 2 on the dice. That is horrible. All right, the second one, 2 attacks, soul blade as well. That's 2 to 16, so 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, I'm just using the average here. 7 magical piercing, and I'm not seeing any save here. It just says you are paralyzed until the start of the priest's next turn.
Great.
Brutal.
Yeah, so that's kind of like their little shtick, so to speak, as the soul blade interferes with yours, and you feel all the souls trapped in them kind of interfere
Freeze
with your
me.
own. Yeah. So that was them. They jumped in at the 21 initiative here. Burke is off the map at his 17 initiative. Keon, you're up.
You said 7 points damage?
Let me double check. Yes, there's no additional kicker on that.
Okay.
And Keon, you're up.
Yeah. Kind of like, huh. Well, interesting. I see you. I will be very annoyed at that guy for interrupting me my last time. So this time, I will. Cool. I think this is how this works. So, I mean, I'm going to move around them. Hopefully they're not going to attack me, but I'm going to move, and I accidentally closed the page because I am silly.
Yeah, when you move away from the first one, they don't attack. They're watching you and appear to be reactive, but they're not.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not attacking. It's fine. So I'm going to move over here towards this caster guy.
Oh, and I forgot. Last time the kids were probably like bottom of the initiative. They have exited the temple.
Okay. I mean, it's cold outside, but yeah, sure.
Nobody's trying to kill them outside.
We don't know that.
That's true.
All right, what are you up to, Bard?
Need that. So I'm gonna hit him with I'm gonna use my action to attack with my sword first.
Okay.
Where's my dice? There's my dice. So dancing sword. That is looks like an 18 to hit.
So you toss your sword up in the air, and then it proceeds to.
No.
No.
I attack with it.
Gotcha. In your hand.
18 to hit.
It hits. Pierces right through his mage armor.
4. Yeah. That is. Oh, great. 8 damage.
Okay, and he had been previously damaged with a little bit of necrotic magic, courtesy of Amalgam.
Right. Now I bonus action toss my sword and cause it to attack.
Nice. Rules are your friend; they're not his. Roll me some dice.
24 to hit.
24 hits again.
For another 6 magical slashing damage.
Okay, it's adding up.
Or, I'm sorry, magical piercing damage.
We're still good.
Okay.
Any further actions?
Nope, that's all of them.
All right, Cade's turn here. He does not like what's going on. Let's see here. He's dropping the bomb.
There's a bomb.
Yeah, enough. And he kind of like reaches into his robes and pulls out like a beating hellfire heart and proceeds to basically drop it in where it's going to hit a 20-foot radius. So who's he going to hit the most on? Well, the 3 around him. You guys are right there. And I guess I would hit Basalt as well. You're within 20 feet if he places there, basically right next to him. He'll take some of the blast as well. I need a DC 18. What type is this? Dexterity saving throw.
Everybody, by the way, everybody gets a +3 within 10 feet of me. Woo! Who saves?
Paladins.
Yay.
So you said dexterity?
Yes, DC 18.
Okay.
I'll take my 25, good sir.
17.
That's a failure. So here's the damage. If you fail it, it is 35 fire, 35 necrotic.
Oh.
If you pass, it's half that. As the hellfire orb in the shape of his heart explodes and the energy just washes over you.
I take no damage thanks to evasion.
How much did I get from the paladin? +3?
+3.
+3.
Okay, that puts me up to 17. What did I need?
18.
18.
18? Okay. Well, it's a good thing I had those temporary hit points from the last turn.
Same.
It looks like he did take some damage from that himself, since he was caught in the middle of that. That was his action.
I'm going to use my reaction to re-roll on the wild magic table because it's the last thing I'm going to do.
And it looks like his sword is a little less frosty looking than it had been before. I am done with Cade, Paladin Cade, or should I call him the Death Knight Cade, and his... Oh, let me roll for his warlock friend behind him. I don't think it's going to go very well. Oh, that is full damage. So he's nearly eviscerated his buddy back there. Okay, the Deathlock behind him there, who counterspelled initially, yeah, he doesn't like what's going on here. He's going to try and Dimension Door out of here. Anyone care to try and counterspell him?
Paralyzed.
All right, well, he's like, screw you, Cade! And jumps out of there. Not cool! Not cool! He's off the playing field. And
with friends like that, I mean, come on.
Zoran, you're up.
Can these guys be frightened?
The Death Knights. No, he cannot. You don't see any fear in his eye. Nothing but murderous intent.
Well, I'm gonna attack him anyway. I had something so cool to do. This was not the game to get this paladin. But anyway, so I draw my sword, and
okay.
The sword has a black hilt and a golden guard, and the blade is reddish orange, like it just came out of a smith's fire.
Nice.
As I draw it, I say, douse the flame of hope, and it ignites. So I have a flame tongue longsword.
Ho! Holding back.
Yeah, I didn't get to use it against the werewolf guy. All right, so first attack against Cade.
He says, "This is where hope goes to die."
Well, you'll be joining them soon enough.
And
That fell off the table.
Reroll, and when we reach the bottom of the initiative here, we'll take a break and then pick it up on the other side.
All right, and that's +6. That's 23 to hit.
That hits. His plate and shield are not enough.
1d8 +2, so that's 4 slashing damage. 2d6 fire.
Okay.
8 fire damage. Actions. Sorry, attack you all. And with the improved divine smite, it's an extra 1d8 radiant damage. So let's roll that. That's 7 radiant damage.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna use my channel divinity for my guided strike. Oh no, wait, never mind. That's an attack roll. Never mind.
Did you have a second
smite.
attack?
Divine smite. Is it
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my divine smite.
Yeah,
So,
you are.
I'm expending a spell slot for 2d8 extra radiant damage.
It's gonna be more. It's gonna be more than that.
Is he
First
undead?
level. The first level spell slot.
He's undead.
He is
Well-
definitely undead.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna add up. Remember, this is my first attack,
Yep.
and that's an additional 10 radiant damage. Well, 20, I guess.
Okay. Is it doubled against undead?
I think you just get an extra D8.
You add an extra D8 against undead.
Okay. So that's damage.
I got my tally going here. It's rolling. It's like
That's one. That's a 1 for the extra D8.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah, 1 for the extra D8. And first attack. So that's a lot.
Yeah. Well, he's still standing. What do you got for a second attack? He's like, is that all you got? I will devour your soul.
Like
Actually, technically, they'll devour your soul. Okay.
I miss it. Well, second attack is 13.
He pushes to the side. Your gods have failed you.
Don't count them out too early. And I roll for my spiritual weapon, which is a 24.
Ooh.
That hits. How much damage you got there?
1d8 plus 3, 6, 9 damage.
Nice.
That was
Okay.
Yeah, that's all my. Yeah, all right.
I was like you once, a cocky paladin. Look at me now. Anybody can fall. And we're at the death block who disappeared. Oh, sorry, that was, I'm looking at the wrong. Melgum, I believe you're up. Yeah.
Okay. I will, in my rage, continue the reckless.
And
of his soul.
Alondra, did I skip you this turn? Or was it this turn? It's all kind of blending together here. That you got hit with.
I think so. I got
She got-
paralyzed.
Got paralyzed.
She's waiting on the those.
That's
guys
right,
to
because
go.
they jumped in. Okay.
Oh yeah, I think they went at 17.
Those two were higher.
Okay.
We had Burke left the map.
Oh, you're right.
So yeah, the two priests there. Sorry, they're gonna go. So you're no longer paralyzed. All right, they're coming at you. Priests. Can't move or speak. They've got advantage on the attack roll, so that's what it is.
Boo.
It's 16 to hit.
Nope, 17.
All right, the second attack will hit for 7 more piercing damage. All right, and then the second person's attacking. Man, I'm rolling low on these. That's 15 to hit with advantage even. And finally the crit, 20. So
Oh!
yes, but again, not a whole lot more damage. I'll just double here, 14 magical piercing.
It could
And
have
you're-
been worse.
And you're paralyzed until the start of the priest's next turn. So
And it's worse.
they just kind of pile on. And you guys see that the wizard is getting the pretty rough treatment here. So that was going back in time a little bit because I'd skipped you. You are paralyzed. Now we're back down to Melvin.
Okay, so first hit for 22, and with my
22's
awesome
enough.
pike damage, that is 15 points of damage, including my rage damage this time. And we'll go for the second attack. Come on, give me a crit. I really want a crit. Oh, a crit.
Got a crit?
Yes,
Nice.
I did.
Manifestation.
Describe how you'd like to finish him.
Convenient. No, I'm just joking.
Okay, so the first hit kind of hit him across the jaw, so he was like turned to the side. And as he was turned to the side, I bring the pike up underneath his arm where there's like a soft place or a break in the armor, and just bring it up into his essential organs, which I guess are not that essential for an undead.
Organs.
Yeah, it goes through a little bit smoother than you thought it would. But as he's kind of falling to his knees, he says, "Thank you," and you see the light flicker out of his eyes. So this, I think, would be a good place to take a break here, because Basalt, what do you want to do, and then we'll finish it up. Sorry, you're at the
Basalt
bottom of
is
the
going
round
to take this opportunity to, I guess, if this is a solid wall here below him, he's going to run down it on his way towards the priests assaulting their Tabaxi wizard.
Yeah, you can run along that wall. I think there's an underhang there, but it's a short drop, so it's easy enough to drop to the ground without a check.
All right, so he's gonna run down there and hurl his hammer into the unsuspecting backs of those priests.
Okay. Do some quick attacks here, and then we'll take that break.
24 to hit.
hits all day long. Both have taken some fire damage previously.
Okay. And we need to roll another d8.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're wearing much more than like the robes and stuff. Just a little bit of like natural armor, so they're pretty easy to hit.
Sorry, I gotta add up damage.
Okay.
43
Oh,
to the
Nice.
first one, and 12 necrotic damage to the second one.
so you kill one of them,
Okay.
and I'll describe exactly what happens when we come back from break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull up the old guide here. Technically, are you with us?
Yeah.
Okay. So this looks like a good time to take that short break I've been talking about for the last 5 minutes. So don't forget to ask character questions by typing in question in all caps, followed by your question in the chat. Jeff? you
No,
had some-
of course. Like, you're going to go straight to break. I was like, but wait, you forgot to tell them about the Patreon. The Games Tavern Patreon is a wonderful place to get opportunity to see some of our behind-the-scenes stuff. There's art, there's behind-the-scenes photos, there's all different types of stuff that hasn't been released yet, stuff that has been released but is only found through the Patreon. All types of wonderful things can be found there. You can go check it out at patreon.com/thegamestavern, all one word, of course, to get your hands on that amazing content. So please check it out. It helps us, it helps the support crew, it helps everyone to create a better product in the end.
And Rob, how are we doing on goals?
So we have a channel goal of 50 subs this month. We're currently at 23. I think we can make some progress. Thank you for all of our new subs. Keep in mind, when you award bits to us, the first 500 awards inspiration to a random character. But if you cheer with 1,000 bits, you get to choose which character gets inspiration and affect the outcome of the game.
And Anna, what about that giveaway tonight?
Well, we have a giveaway tonight. So if you type !epic in chat, you can enter to win a player handbook from D&D Beyond. And our apologies, but the raffle is only available to followers in the US and Canada, except for Quebec. Quebec, you know what you did. So please enter accordingly. The raffle for the package will be drawn at the end of the stream when the winner is drawn and announced live.
All right, and we'll be back in just a few short minutes.
Oh, this is cold. I asked for my blood to be hot, boiling hot. Bring it back. Go fix this, please. It's so hard to get good help these days. Oh, hello there. It's me, Scalathrax, fiend about town and, well, dungeon owner. And when I'm not creating a horde of new problems for adventurers trying to rob my dungeon, I'm looking for a horde of new 5th edition monsters. So let me tell you about Tome of Beasts from Kobold Press. Whether you need dungeon vermin or world-shaking personifications of evil, the Tome of Beasts has it. There are more than 400 new foes for your 5th edition game, everything from tiny drakes and peculiar spiders to demon lords and ancient dragons. Tome of Beasts includes monsters from the entire history of Kobold Press, with longtime favorites such as clockwork creatures, drakes and dragons, devils and archdevils, check them out, some of my brothers and sisters in there, dangerous flavors of the Fae, undead, and so much more. Use them in your favorite published setting, or populate dungeons in a world of your own creation. Pick up Tome of Beasts from Kobold Press and give your players an encounter they won't soon forget. Where's my blood?
Hey, thanks for watching the show. It looks like you're having a great time. Let me tell you really quick about That Benny's Paint Show. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Every show, the host and their guests will be painting miniatures live on stream. They'll walk you through all the different techniques and products they use to paint miniatures to a high standard in a quick and easy fashion. They'll show you all the different things live, and on top of that, the audience gets to ask questions and we're going to answer them live on stream. If you've always wanted to learn how to paint miniatures, this is a great way to do so. And on top of that, you can paint while you're painting with us too, and chat with us and tell us about your projects and share your pictures of your miniatures as well. We love it when people share their miniatures with us. So remember, That Mini's Paint Show, every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, only on the Games Tavern Network. Hello, I'm Ardor of the North. When I'm not raiding Skalathrax's dungeons, I'm seeking tomes of magic to bring back to the wizened wizards of my own kingdom. And that's why I'd like to tell you about a tome called Deep Magic from Kobold Press. Their kobold minions have traveled the plains, seeking the secrets of magic. They've unearthed ancient tomes of forgotten
Welcome back, and we've got one question. Thank you, Warrior Streak. Kian, the Bard, what is your college?
College of Glamour, obviously. Come on. Like,
Is that the best college?
no, it's not. But the other college, the better college, is just so difficult to get into. They're really nitpicky.
Your
You're
fallback
supposed to say it was the
college?
best college.
For you to find out next time.
Mm.
All right, so back to the Amber Temple. When last we were here, I believe a killing blow was given to one of the priests. And what did you hit it with? The hammer?
Yes, the throwing hammer.
Okay, the throwing hammer dives into it from behind. Again, kind of a killing blow to the head. But as the body falls to the ground, all of the flesh starts sloughing off of it. The skull reforms and all of the bones beneath disintegrate, and the skull starts glowing a green necromantic color as like undead flames surround it. And it lets out a cackle. Thank you for advancing my form. I never die.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I look at the other ones. You guys do that too?
They'll smile as one. And in unison, the four of them, now that Paladin Cade has fallen, the Death Knight is dead. Barovia will have its warden again. Thank you, adventurers. We couldn't have done it without you. So they've stopped paralyzing you, Alondria.
I appreciate that.
And are not actively hostile.
Come on. Really? You're just going to let that go? Come on. You can't
Are you
just say
telling them to kill me?
No, the Death Knight is dead. Come on.
They do ask,
So
please,
bad.
give us some space away
No.
from the body.
Yeah,
Very well.
Just a moment.
Very well. What are you doing?
So there's a dead priest right next to my Genasi buddy.
When you say a dead priest, one of those warlock things that was got its
Yes.
head caved in?
One of those.
Yep. And you had captured its soul, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And now I'm looting its body.
Okay.
Priorities.
What it has on it is a like a warlock rod made of probably human bone. Hard to tell. You can check it out later. And
Yeah.
it has a signet ring on it. One of the same type that you see on the hand of the fallen Death Knight. And when you pluck it off the hand, was it a Fellowship of the Crimson Banner?
Yeah.
I
These
like the Death Knight had. It's a good sword.
probably worth a little bit of money.
You go down and try to pick the sword up.
Yes, please.
When you do, you find that he's a little bit more resistant to the sword being taken away, and his eyes open back up. But this time they're deep blue color, and instead of kind of like a Michael Jackson video or something, he just he's laying on his back, and he just stands straight up, pivoting at his heels, and the cape that he had on kind of flows dramatically around him, and fangs drop down.
Wait,
So my
Thank you.
cloak starts billowing.
how does an undead become... I have so many questions.
Bonus action, my cloak billow dramatically, and it seems that you're up for round 2.
No, Barovia needs me. I'm here to make sure that what happened never happens again. Strahd was defeated, is not here. I control this domain now. But you asked, how was it possible that a Death Knight transformed into a vampire? And he points to one of the
Technically,
doors.
only the Eladrin asked that. The rest of us don't really care.
Very true.
This temple holds many secrets. Would you like to know more?
No.
Intensity to know more intensifies.
I want to attack.
You want to attack?
Let's see what happens. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. He is having none of it. He's like, I'm lord of this domain. And he transforms into like a swarm of bats, and they just kind of fly around you. You may hit a couple of them, but the body of them never lands on the floor. They must be part of a component whole. And he just kind of rushes by you and little, scratches on your face, and basically rushes out in the swarm of bats through the front entrance.
Coward.
That can't be good.
Hey, he needs time to consolidate his power. Brand new vampire lord? Man, he's not ready for a fight.
Still, though.
I wanted that sword.
What?
Anyway,
Yeah. It was very random.
Man, this
Hey.
plane is so weird.
we can look around, but definitely do not remove the covering from that statue. Don't ask, don't do it.
I thought your plane was worse, but geez, this is crazy.
Outside, you hear like a woo-hoo, like a whistle, piercing. You may have heard some at like textile mills, kind of
The shit was that?
fantasy industrial. Oh, well, our ride is here.
Whose ride? Who said that?
The priests say it.
Oh.
The cackling, flaming, floating skull.
Okay.
History
So-
rhymes. This is not the first time that one has been elevated to the station of Lord of Barovia. It probably will not be the last. The land endures. There must be a master.
Right, but where's the treasure?
Okay, so that I understand. I understand that one.
Treasure, do you seek gold or do you seek knowledge? Or do you seek power?
Do we have to pick one?
All of the above for Zora.
I mean, this is kind of what I seek, so yes?
The answer is yes.
Always, yes.
They're in the chambers below, and they gesture to the far side. That would be kind of under the amphitheater area where Basalt was to begin with. Stick to the left.
Okay.
And they're going the opposite way. And when they kind of step out of the big central area, it looks like they had hung up some traveling cloaks on the wall on the inside, and they're kind of furring up. Must be preparing to meet the cold that's outside.
As they go out, I'm like, I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Children.
Kevin! No reference.
Well, the children did go out the front. You caught that in a blur as they kind of ran out the front.
I run out the front.
Out the front, you let's see. Let me roll a d6 here to see.
How many owlbears?
Yes, owlbears. Love the owlbear. So
I think I'd be okay with owlbears, actually.
Ashley has been stabbed. She's looks to be both pierced, poisoned, and maybe a little necrotic with some damage. She's bleeding out in the snow.
Oh my god. What is stabbing her?
Nothing is currently stabbing her. It looks like she's in a battle for her life, kind of holding on to death saving throw after death saving throw.
Take one of my regular healing potions. Nothing fancy. And give it to her.
Now,
Might have to tip it down her throat. She doesn't tell us she's in good shape.
Yeah.
Hey.
Nimitz,
Again, what stabbed her?
Professor Burke stabbed her.
Oh. Wait, why? Like, you're not even in the, like...
Said he didn't care.
Drow. Why do those cousins have to be so weird? I swear, it's like the lack of sunlight has gone to their brains.
We didn't say anything. He just ran by and stabbed her.
Yeah. Speaking of lack of sunlight affecting your brains, they did say there was treasure down there.
Yes.
They did?
So Ashley was the only one that was stabbed. Everybody else is.
Yeah, the little gnome Nimin was next to her, holding her hand, and Chad was applying pressure all around the snow. There's just like droplets of blood and stuff, and you see that there is a single pair of footprints leading away, kind of to the east, where there's a dim glow of blue, kind of lightning colored electricity that's kind of a beacon in the night.
Yeah,
and that's where that whistle's coming from.
Well, so that's, yes, but you all look quite ragged. Please allow me. I can help. You should probably go inside to get out of the cold, though.
Drag Ashley's body.
Okay, yeah. Once you give her the healing potion, the wound does close up,
Okay.
and she comes around, just trying to understand what happened to her. And as that scene is kind of closing up, and you're bringing them back inside, further down, maybe 100, 200 feet closer towards the light, it looks like there was a kind of a cleft into the stone face, and the four priests walk out of it. And they, it's obvious because one of them is a glowing green skull now.
They walk out. Oh, wait.
Yeah, so there must have been another kind of exit or entrance that they exited out of.
What? I don't care. I'm
Treasure.
Well, yeah. First, gather. Let's all go in one of these side rooms. We need some place to sit and for you to listen a moment. Everyone,
Okay.
well, most of them looks pretty rugged.
I am bleeding out of every orifice.
I will sit everyone down. At least, let's see. We have Mulgrim, probably Zoran, if you wish. Please, I invite you to sit and be soothed of your aches.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start looking for the treasure.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. Does Zoran join the circle?
I stand.
Please, it is much safer for you if you sit.
So you are looking around. Give me an investigation check, Basalt.
That is a 13.
Okay, so you remember when you were going through the boxes up in the little amphitheater lecture hall, there were a bunch of like lot numbers and stuff like that. And you go and check a couple other rooms, and there's straw on the floor and the remnants of boxes that look like they've probably, boxed up various contents, bent nails in the ground. And you come across one room that just says treasury based on the decor and stuff in here. And there's coins of a vintage you haven't seen before. It looks like a striking fellow, maybe Strahd, as the face on one of the coins. There's a couple silver, copper, platinum on the ground, electrum, but it's not in here. You do find the paperwork is quite well done in here, and it indicates that it's been set to depart for Darkon at platform 1.
So he'll come back out with his manifest and the documentation and go, I think the treasure's on the platform.
That's fine. Well, you're in there for at least 10 minutes, right?
Oh yeah, it's
Well, I've got something that happens in that time. So.
Okay.
Before we jump ahead.
Well, while that's going on, you do run into a couple Barovian witches, which are kind of green-skinned younger females. They're wearing cold weather gear as well because it is horribly cold in here. They do offer you some bone broth. And
Made of whose bones?
Yeah, they give a shrug and sip at it. Kind of a cup with no handles, two-handed.
Well, I mean, Alondria, are you with me? Are you wanting your wounds to be your aches, your world weariness to be assuaged?
Yes, I want the stab wounds healed. Thank you.
Right. So I will pull out my lyre, and I start playing a song. As you can feel the magics of the Fae curse around you, as I cast Catnap. And since everyone seems willing, you all fall asleep.
The benefits of a short rest in 10 minutes.
I grab my teddy bear and just cuddle.
I will. So I get all three of you. Since this is counting as a short rest, so you all get the benefits of a short rest, as well as since I'm playing my lyre, I am doing what's it called?
The Song of Rest.
Song of Rest. So you can get an extra.
You spend any hit
extra
dice.
1d8 of healing if you do use hit dice for healing.
Nice. So there's really no excuse for anybody to not be topped off HP wise, at least.
Except for me.
Yeah.
I have to heal myself the old-fashioned way. But
After the catnap is over, Xanthar comes back, the Lich who greeted you. Will you be staying? Should I have accommodations made up for you?
No, I believe that we're gonna have to take the train. It's a train, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Because there's all of the treasure on the train.
Well, most of it. They didn't get all of it, and he gestures to many of the books that were in the hall there that you saw.
Right. Most of the treasure.
Sure.
alright, so
Gold doesn't really interest me. Say, would you like to make a bargain with an evil deity? Might eat your soul.
What?
Has that pitch ever worked?
No, I'm trying something new.
Okay. Well, maybe keep trying.
Turn to the girl that almost died and just try to explain. You know, it seemed like it was really just a stabbing of convenience. I don't think it was personal. I think you were just there and he was trying to get away and he just lashed out. Sometimes adults do that, you know.
She's nodding.
She's like 22.
Sometimes
and she's
adults
like,
just
"What's
lash out and stab you.
Anyway, we're probably gonna find him at some point.
Does this mean I'm not getting the extra credit?
Definitely not.
That seems to have struck her harder than the rapier did.
I'm not sure. We'll have to check with Chergova because I don't think Burke is coming back alive.
Well,
Yes,
I mean,
I think those are mutually exclusive at this point.
all right. So, what are you all up to?
I think we have a train to catch.
So everyone got their healing from the short rest, and you're using your.
Thank you.
Hopefully, that should help Zoran, Malcolm, and Alondria get back up. I use a greater healing potion and a rank 4 cure wounds on myself, or level 4th level cure wounds on myself.
I offer you my greater healing potion.
I put my hand on Kian's shoulder, and Lay on hand. I'm gonna use my lay on hands.
Oh, I'm pretty already. I
I
appreciate
was
it.
trying to do it before you.
Before you use that 4th level spell slot.
Just please, you can save that for when we really need it. Hopefully we don't need it, but it is much easier for you to use that much quicker than for me to get counterspelled. Oh, it's such a cheating way. So cheating. So
What?
good.
When it looks like you're about to depart, the Lich comes by and Basalt, he says, it's not the treasure you're seeking, but perhaps one day you'll find it useful. And he seems to have left it here. And he offers up a leather-bound journal, and it has, Cade on the front cover, kind of leather burned into it. His thoughts and musings over the last few years. Well, if you don't want it, it'll be in the library. I'm sure you'll be back for it someday.
Hey, you're probably right about that. Or at least somebody who cares about books.
That hurt him more than a
Let's find out
firebolt
about barbarians.
ever
Let's
would.
get about books.
Yeah.
What are you even doing here? Christine.
I mean, I
Alright.
got the best one. You signed it yourself.
All right, that's a good recovery. He
Yeah, nice.
he gives the best smile that he can, and goes back to work in the lonely Amber Temple.
It's cracked. parchment.
Outside, you do hear the commotion, though, kind of some yelling and screaming, and kind of like teeming with people, and the whistle continues to blow every 2 or 3 minutes.
I'm gonna scritch
Something's going on
Grime
outside.
across the ears and be like, "Hear that, buddy? Gonna get to ride the train."
What's a train?
I was wondering this myself.
I heard the dwarf say it.
And I think one of the priests may have said it. Something about we're got to catch the train.
Again, what's a train?
I
The thing
don't
with the light,
know,
the beacon over there.
but it sounds like a war wagon, and there's a platform. We should go.
What's a... Fine. Yep. Dwarves, things. Yep. Got it.
So, are you? Which way are you exiting the temple? The way you came in?
I think so.
Okay. Since you're all-
Go find the way that those other things came out, because that seems interesting.
Okay. So if you're you following Kian or let him go on his lonesome?
Hey, go this way. I saw them do something weird down there. Let's go.
Sure, I'll follow.
Okay. So kind of like going into the depths of Castle Ravenloft, you bravely go into the west wing of the Amber Temple. More of the beautifully constructed amber material. The eastern side did seem a little bit worse for the wear, but over here, relatively clean. And basically, you got some narrow stairwells that I believe they wind down a level or two, and eventually you get to a room that has a giant crack in it. And that leads you to the outside, and it pops up a couple hundred feet down. It doesn't look like it was a purposefully built entrance, but more an opportunistic geological event that allows people another entry and exit into the temple.
I still don't get it. Why'd they come down here?
The room that you're in, that the crack is in, there are a number of boxes in here, and when you're standing in the room, they start shaking. Like they're trying to be opened from the inside, but they're currently nailed shut.
That
Boxes
couldn't possibly be
shut.
ominous.
Looking through my manifest, trying to see if any of the boxes that have good stuff are in this room.
You look at the manifest and match up the numbers. These are undesirable vampire spawn.
Yeah,
Slater's
undesirable vampire spawn. We should definitely not open those.
How big are the boxes?
research. Like coffin-sized.
Why'd they come through here? I'm so confused. Anyways, okay, I guess.
You have a manifest of this temple, I say the basalt.
Yeah, it was in the library with the books the Lich was talking about.
I don't suppose the manifest is with the treasure or gold is, perchance.
Yeah, it is. Looking for those boxes.
And kind of, if you share the notes there, it looks like standard Flaming Fist nomenclature. They're all about the bureaucracy. And they do have, there's probably 4 or 5 boxes that are like copper, silver, electrum coins just from the Amber Temple alone here. And then a number of items labeled from across Barovia.
Oh, in the same room.
4 to 5 boxes of coins.
Correct,
Coins.
but they are no longer in the temple. You hit up all the rooms without going and prying open amber plates off the wall. Educated guess, they went to the train.
Oh, so wait, I guess I didn't look closely enough to see if they were carrying boxes with them.
No, they weren't. But who knows how many people they had helping them.
So, we're gonna catch that train, right?
We've got all 5 kids. I guess we need a way out because the way out decided to go stab a stab.
Don't you have the helmet?
We still have Churgo,
Oh.
right?
Right, helmet. I have helmet. Helmet.
In the midst of all this, he is not there either.
Okay.
I don't know how to use the helmet.
One would think that you just think about it.
It's a magic item. If you tune it, you'll find out how it works. Or you could ask somebody to identify.
I hand it to the source, or to the caster.
Actually, I don't have the spell identify.
Yeah, but I'll let you worry about dealing with this. They're your...
It's my Balawak.
No, what's the word I'm looking for? They're your contemporaries? No, contemporaries.
So you hear a
You
number
can
of
save them.
you hear a number of sharp reports, kind of like cracks of thunder, and then a surging of voices coming from the distance. And given the fact that you're still kind of inside the temple proper, since I don't believe you've left yet, it must be quite the din outside to reach you in here.
I believe that is time for us to get to the platform.
Oh,
I guess
no.
we go through the crack.
Okay, it's tight, but you're able to squeeze on out. And when you look at the footprints that are out there, when you had been standing out at the site of the stabbing, there weren't prints between you and where they exited, but now there are a number of them leading that kind of filled that gap. You'd say there's a dozen, 2 dozen at least pairs of footprints. And yeah, it's much louder out here. Basically, people shouting, kind of like the roar of the crowd as you're waiting outside a stadium to enter it. And it's a little bit further to the west, right around the corner of the top of the mountain here. It's easy enough to follow if you want to keep after the tracks.
Oh.
Okay,
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, you give it a little hustle, and you come around the corner, and it's almost like a little section out of Waterdeep or something. This definitely does not appear to be naturally up here, and you've got the closest equivalent in your minds can kind of put together would be like the docks. The ship has come in, and everybody's waiting to board or offload, and there's that lightning spectral string of war wagons, the train, if you will, that's up there, and there's a platform, and the crowds of people. There's a bunch of flaming fists with their cloaks, and they've kind of formed a line, and they're trying to get on board. But a number of like hippopotamus-faced people with large, well, it's a musket, are keeping them at bay with a sharp bayonet at the end, and only ticketed passengers. That they're yelling at the crowd. Only ticketed and they're pushing the crowd back. What would you guys like to do?
Do they actually take the tickets and check them, like physically, or do they just look at your ticket?
So you watch for a moment longer, and there are a pair that you would identify as maybe like Barovian kind of like nobles. You've seen their type when you were journeying across Barovia, and they appear to have a set of tickets. They flash it, and the hippo people let them through and onto the train. And coming up the path behind you is three pairs of nobles like that are hustling.
So
We're gonna be late.
To get onto the wagon, or whatever. I can probably make an illusion of the tickets.
I'm going to jump on a box or something else to elevate me. And I'm going to start playing a song thanking the guards for such a wonderful job that they're doing.
Okay.
I will continue playing that for a solid minute.
And while Kian is distracting everybody, I'm going to go ahead and pick some pockets.
Okay.
28 on sleight of hand.
Who's your target here?
The Barovian nobles who are trying to rush past us.
Okay, yeah. Due to the performance and stuff, things calm down a tiny bit, but their eyes are on you. And once they get into the radius of that, they're stopping and listening. They're easy marks. You lift their purse and their tickets, replacing whatever they were grasping with a slip of paper instead. You make quick work of the three pairs.
All right.
So, after that, I am choosing enthralling performance, targeting at least 5 guards.
Okay, that's easy enough.
And so that's a DC 17 Wisdom save.
And I need to burn these dice later. Not a single success. Man.
Cool. So they're all charmed. And then as I finish the song, I Mantle of Majesty to start casting command on them.
Okay.
Or at least, well, yeah. So they're charmed. Then I will Mantle of Majesty at least one of them.
Okay. There does appear to be one that's a little bit more in charge. He's got some more ribbons on his chest.
Cool. Good sir. Give me a ticket.
So,
It's a command that he auto fails.
Oh.
that he auto fails?
Auto fails. He's charmed.
I do not have a ticket. We check the tickets and passengers are allowed in.
Well, then get me one.
But of course, old friend. He goes onto the train and pulls off one of the cloaked mercenaries and tosses him to the ground. Pulls the ticket out of his hand. You have no ticket, sir. And then walks over to you and hands it to you.
Most unfortunate. Okay.
And then his 2 more of the guards like pull the guy who got dragged off the train, and he gets thrown into the scrum. It's kind of turning ugly out here when that happens in front of everyone. They're not even following their own rules. We're all gonna die.
I believe that's our cue to get on that train.
Now looking at the train in front of you, there's 6 cars that look, roughly the same. They all kind of have the same. Whoever built them built these 6 probably at the same time, same build. It would look like early train styles, very 18th century, and kind of looking up the line. These are the last 6. There's every 6 cars is kind of like a different build and appearance, but they all have the same width and look like they operate at the same time. And far off in the distance, you can see as it curves around the mountain what would be the head of the train or head of the snake. All right, and then the whistles go one more time and the guards start yelling, "Last call, all ticketed passengers."
So did Basalt grab enough tickets for all of us?
Did you? You did, but are you giving them to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, you've got tickets in hand.
Woohoo!
All right, yeah, you get through the crowds and watch as the doors close and the train starts moving, and all of the faces at the platform behind you, they have no tickets. They're not going anywhere. And behind them, you see vampires, Nosferatu, undead, coming up out of the snow, approaching the crowd from behind, and they don't even see it happening because they're all looking at you on the train as it's pulling away from the station.
Right before I get on the train, at the end of that, can I command one of the other ones to give me his blunderbuss?
Does he have any resist on the charm, or is it pretty much he failed and he's good?
So the enthralling performance charmed him because they failed their save, and then the mantle of majesty for 1 minute. I give a command spell that they auto to every so basically 10 times because it's every round.
Gotcha.
Because it's for combat.
Presenting for inspection, and he holds it out.
All right, I'm going to hold on to this. It needs to have further inspection.
He's crestfallen.
Don't worry. I think it's going to be good. In fact, I might even use it in a future performance.
Okay, well, he's charmed, so he's not questioning that too much, but he'll find you when the charm wears off.
Well, that'll be an hour later, so bye.
We don't know how long this train ride is.
Meanwhile, on the train, once the train starts leaving the station, the signs on the inside above each of the doors, the letters start flipping here, clack, 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 and it's like a random list of letters, and then it says Darkon, next stop, and you're chime, 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 and a muddled voice over some type of announcement system. Express train to Darkon. Only ticketed passengers allowed. Please take your seat. And then it kind of screeches and it goes quiet. And inside, you're looking at a mix of Barovian citizenry and some of the red-cloaked mercenaries who managed to make it on board. You've got 3 cars behind you and who knows how many cars ahead of you.
But on one of these cars, there's treasure.
It's true.
Follow
And
your nose.
through this, like at the head of the car, kind of towards the engine, you lock eyes for a moment with Burke, and he realizes, you guys are on the train, and he's proceeding to try and move through that more towards the engine, like leaving the.
Were you expecting any less?
How far is he?
These are huge train cars designed to hold a lot of people. So you are at one end, he's at the other. It's like 100-foot difference. And there's at least 60 people in here. It's pretty crowded. It gets less crowded when people sit down, but they haven't quite got there yet.
These train cars he lists as 110 feet.
Yep.
That's really big.
That's a big.
But now that's big compared to like the train cars as we would know the standard train car today. But I was doing a little fantasy research, and
Nice.
that's roughly the size you would get on say a train that can survive an ice apocalypse.
There are dragons in as well.
Yes.
I start bolting towards.
You see me, Kian go. Damn, I forgot to get ammo. Oh well.
So Burke is there, and he is trying to operate the handle on the door, and it is giving him all sort of hell. And
can I get within 60 feet?
Yeah, you get within 60 feet. What do you want to do?
No, I'm not casting fear. I'm casting hold person.
Ooh.
Yeah, bring it.
15 wisdom save.
Sorry, what number?
15.
15. Okay. Roll. That is not going to be enough here. Yeah, it's a 5 on the die. He doesn't have a plus 10, so he is held.
So we meet again, Burke. And I'm just bolting towards him while he's paralyzed.
So he's kind of half turned towards the door, and he's got one hand on like the rapier that he's trying to draw, and then under his arm he's holding on to the snow globe.
As we run, why are we chasing him?
Stab the girl? I don't know.
Yeah, he did stab children. Yeah.
And he does have the snow globe.
Which is treasure?
Yeah. He's getting it.
Yeah, I walk up to him and I hit him.
Someone's treasure, I guess.
I punch him.
Okay. He gets to make a check if you do damage, right? Or no?
No.
With hold person?
That's with like sleep or hideous laughter.
Person.
Yeah, not sleep. Hideous laughter.
Paralyzed for the duration. Concentration.
At the end of each turn.
At the end of each of his turns, the target can make a wisdom saving throw. Yeah. At the end of each turn.
I rolled a 20. So you hit him and you give him a little bit of a bloody nose, and he shakes it off. But he's not going full combat here. He's like, back off, or I ventilate you. Look, you're on the train. Let's go get a drink.
Oh,
Up in first
Burke, oh,
class.
buddy, oh, pal. I 100% agree. Why are we fighting?
Okay.
Like, you're obviously not going to do anything too terrible with that snow globe, right?
Yeah,
Not at all. Not at all. Look, I'm a professor. You can trust me. Kids trust me. What's that?
I'm hitting him. Yeah, again.
Okay. Just, give me a quick attack check.
Kids trust you. See how far he got them.
You stabbed Ashley, man.
13.
You tried to stab the other one, too.
You tried to eviscerate Chad.
How do you know their names? Like, how can you tell which one's which? They all look the same.
I got a 13.
Do you remember my name?
He dodges. The head goes to the side.
Yes?
How do I tell them apart? I don't, okay? They're just student 1, student 2. You think I give a damn? I don't. I just give them random grades. A, B, pass, fail.
I mean, that's pretty funny, actually.
Chad's the worst one in the class, but he's got a passing grade. Chad. I could have chosen anyone to come here and try and get the globe.
I'd like to put him in a sleeper hold, please. Grapple check.
So wait, is this one pointing at Alondra? Is she not part of the? Why is she here?
He'll let you put him in a sleeper hold, but then he, when it comes around to his turn, he teleports 60 feet away. And he sits down in one of the chairs, and you're gonna get kicked off the train for fighting. And that appears to be a weak bluff on his point. It's obviously you just came up with it off the cuff. Maybe you will, maybe you won't.
Malcolm believes him. I don't know, guys. I might get thrown off the train.
Look, I didn't try to stab you, did I? He glares at the people that are like, would be sitting near him, to clear off some bench space. Have a seat. Have a drink. He offers a little flask.
Yeah, no,
Enjoy.
but
Yeah, definitely not drinking any of that elf wine. Why did you stab the kid? It doesn't make any sense.
Because I could.
Yeah.
And I thought it would slow you guys down. I did, but not long enough.
Wait, how long?
Everyone stops for a bleeding child.
I mean, they're not really. I mean, yeah, they're children, but
Well, to me, they're children.
well, no shit. They're all children, but that's not the point. I don't blame them, actually.
Look,
I probably
you
would have
want-
done it too.
what is it you want? Maybe we come to an accord here.
Your life.
That is dark.
That is really dark, and I grew up in the Underdark.
I mean, why would you say that? I didn't even say, like, your soul, and I can actually take that.
He's got
Look,
a point.
I feel like I would feel remiss if I didn't offer you some type of treasure reward. I mean, I did lure you here with promises of, your pick of magic items and gold and stuff, but it seems as you may not want to go to the destination that I'm bound for.
You mean the Darkon?
Yes.
Well, you know what else is bound for Darkon? A giant pile of treasure that we've got room for in our bags. Convenient.
Very convenient.
So, why don't you help us acquire that treasure, and we can forget that you acquired your snow globe?
That's a deal. It's the last car, the caboose car.
Right, yeah. Help us.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's do it. I like a good adventure, and I got nothing else to do on the express train to Darkon, so
And it probably keeps him from killing you.
It does, it does.
And it keeps this one from stealing your soul. I don't know which one's worse. I really don't.
so let's do this thing. All right, he looks like a man with purpose now that you've talked him into helping you with this, and he pushes aside the rabble as he heads backwards towards the train door in the back, and he's having a hell of a time with the lock back there. His bold, confident stride forward. He's like, "After you," and he gestures to Basalt.
Ridiculous.
So this is some type of arcane lock on here, so very high check.
Okay, 13 plus 8 is 21.
20 is what I was looking for on these. Kind of a generic high-end lock to keep the people from freely moving from section to section. You do open it, and he's like, "You gotta show me that trick."
You line up the runes, man. Did you even go to school for this?
You got me. It's actually a forged document. It was more of a... No, it didn't.
All right. Let's go.
All right, can somebody give me a D8? Rolling on my little chart here.
Yeah.
I rolled the d6 earlier, so someone else can have
Seven.
that.
7. Oh, so what you find behind you is not one of the passenger cars, but a baggage car. So in here is just every manner of bag available, and I imagine somebody unzippers, unbuttons, opens the latches on something nearby, and it's like the common person's luggage. There's dresses, furs, all that type of stuff, but it's not
riffraff shit.
exactly. It's just it smells in here. It's not pleasant. There's a crate of chickens. It's no good.
Well,
Is this the treasure, or are we good now?
no, this is clearly commoner's baggage. Are there even any commoners on this train?
I think so. I mean, I'm sure it's not entirely impossible to get.
You look at the tags on the baggage, and some of them, the ones on the top of the pile say Barovia, but there's a number of other names that you don't recognize down to the bottom of the pile where it says Cyre, Cyre.
That's
All cities that you don't quite recognize.
Well,
There is another set of doors. Yes.
How big is this plane?
There's another set of doors at the far end.
Demi-plane, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, weird. All right, let's keep going.
And when you get back, you catch sight of through one of the windows. The mountain that you're on is now in the distance as you've pulled away, and you feel the mists pull through you. Everything kind of goes cloudy as the train appears to be piercing some type of barrier, and you feel on your arms, everyone's left arm, a burning sensation at the same time as you notice almost like a brand. Sorry, everyone except Alondria, since you didn't die while you were here. You've got this mark on your arm that looks kind of like a hand with an eye symbol on it. I can get a religion check.
Religion.
Yeah.
17.
It looks kind of like a proto Vecna type symbol.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you've been marked in some way. Well, we can follow up on that another time. There is a door at the back. Care to align the rooms, Basalt?
28.
Yeah, the first
Nice.
one was the hard one. You open it up, and what you got back here is it's a dining car. You got people sitting down enjoying a good dinner. There's smoking. There's sweet herb in the air. It's quite nice. You see people wearing suits, bringing out meals covered in the little metal clamshells. It is quite delightful in here.
And I don't know if there's not music playing. Then obviously I'm playing music as I walk through.
There's a piano right at the front to like a harpsichord piano type deal.
Then I will harmonize with it with my own ear.
Nobody's actually playing it right now. You've got free reign at the keys if you want.
Well, I want to keep walking, so I'm not going to stop. But I will play them some music. Everyone should have music with their dinner.
Okay. What type of song are you playing?
Let us see. I am. I almost pulled out the bagpipes. That would have been funny. No, I think because the viols of. I always get confused. Yeah, it's just a larger violin, right? That's played upright.
Viola, I believe, or maybe that's how you say it.
Cello?
Cello?
No, they
No,
have.
viol. It's a larger violin that's played upright. He's right.
Yeah,
It's in a lap.
I'm not a huge fan, so I was probably just gonna have more of a violin.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you select an instrument appropriate to the decor here, and give me a performance check to see if you have a memorable performance.
That is, 28.
Nice. Bard.
You know, if a ship was going down, this is the music you would want to die to.
La, da, da, da.
Now,
This train isn't called the Titanic, is it?
no, it's the 1313. As you go through, you see that
Okay.
there are more and more. In here, there's actually kind of a little bit of personality. It's not just like a steerage passenger car, and you see that like the monogrammed initial for the train. It's K. That appears to be kind of the repeating thing. The people who are serving
A?
K, the letter K.
Kilo.
Correct. To phonetically get that out to you. And you pick up little snippets of conversation. Everyone's talking about their near brush with death and how they were lucky to get onto the train.
Interesting. Because while I'm playing, I'm perceptive. But yes, we're just making our way. Yeah, making our way on down.
Yeah, one more car in the back.
Making our way down train.
Down train. One more check for me, please. Or did you already make that?
I have not already made a third check, so let me do that. That is a 25.
All right, you overcome it. This one was actually more difficult. That's what you needed. And you find yourself in kind of a trailer utility caboose type room that has some storage in here. There's racks of gear on one side and all of the crates of lading, or all the crates that the mercenaries had assembled, loaded up on the back here.
Here we are. Pull out the manifest and call out the crates that are of primary interest.
The crate numbers.
Yep.
So between you, I believe there's a portable hole, a number of bags of holding. You can get the vast majority of the stuff here. Anything that doesn't easily fit in the crate, you pop off the top and you throw in there. There's a lot of gold and a smattering of magical items that have been tagged for catalog and resale when brought home.
Yeah.
Yes.
While everyone is where is Burke currently? What is he doing?
What's your passive perception?
16.
16?
It's pretty good.
It is pretty good. What is his 9 here? So on his stealth check, I rolled a 24. He's got a +9. He took his opportunity and slipped away again while you guys were busy popping the tops off.
No, I should have said it right.
Yeah, I feel like me and Zoran were just on Burke duty, but we didn't say that.
I was planning to killing him. But
he's a little bit of a survivor, and if he did get a hit in, he would try his damnedest to teleport a further distance away. He does not want to be ganked. He's the one that does the ganking,
Who ganks the ganker?
But he's probably not further than 3 or 4 away, since he had a real difficulty in popping those doors open.
All right, where's Burke?
Well, he can't be more than a few cars away. He couldn't open the locks. Ridiculous.
You're a thinker.
I thought you opened the locks. Did you lock them again behind us?
That's why he can't be more than a few away. I didn't unlock the ones going back.
I turned back and
rush back into the other car.
When you head back into the dining car this time, there's no conversation going on, and everybody has stopped, and they're looking at you with like one set of eyes, and when their heads tilt, they all kind of happen simultaneously.
That's not
Where's the...
good at all.
There's like a bread box sized glass cylinder that's been broken in the middle of the train car in half, and it's got a bunch of like gold scroll work on either ends. It looked like it was containing something that is not contained any longer.
Oh dear.
And all of the passengers who are eating food and stuff, they grab knives off the table and stuff and arm themselves.
What a villain! Ruining their dinner. He could have done it in the next car. Ridiculous.
Should have said it earlier. I knew it was going to happen. I should have said it.
Mass suggestion.
Okay,
All right, give me a check. Or what is my check on that?
DC 18 Wisdom. Suggest a course of activity. Everyone sit back down.
And eat your dinner.
And eat.
And have a quiet evening.
Right, that... I'm just making sure...
It's only 12, so I can only do 12. Unfortunately. A 6th level spell and you can only do 12 creatures. That is...
Okay, is that a charm effect or no? Mass suggestion?
Yes,
No, it is?
Yeah. This is that one that I was talking about. It says that if you can't be charmed, it doesn't work on you, but it doesn't say charmed anywhere else in the entire thing.
Okay, so 11 of the 12 sit down. One of them, though, closest to you, stands up, and he's got a stab wound in his arm from looks like a rapier, and
jeez.
he's got a knife in his hand, and he is rushing towards Mr. Mass Suggestion.
I drive my sword.
Okay. You cut him down. The stats are essentially a commoner on this guy as far as you attacking him. So you cut him in half.
Shame.
There is blood just splattered everywhere.
I cast invisibility on myself.
Good, you don't
I'm
see
not with these people.
I continue
This
cutting
is-
down everybody else in the car.
Wait, they're eating. What are you doing? That's murder.
Can
It's on Burke's hands. Burke's hands.
one moment. I'm just reading the power here. During this the fracas here, at some point, you end up taking 4 damage from various things that knife cut here or there, broken bottle, something thrown at you. And I need a DC 14 con save from you.
From me?
Yes. Since you're the one in the fray, blood flying everywhere.
Well, I mean, if he's just cutting them down, they're literally. If he's able to one-shot them, then there's nothing that they can do to stop it.
12.
Because they don't. It does not break until they take damage.
Well, there's more than 12 in here.
Okay. Oh,
And-
okay.
If it's,
I'll let you know what you. Sorry, what?
I got a 12, but if it's disease, I'm immune.
It is not a disease. At some point, the blood that's on you actually goes into your eyes, and your eyes gloss over red, and it is now in control of you, and you see that the blood coating over him is kind of coalesced, and you hear telepathic thoughts telling you move, step, turn, and it is controlling you. It has you whip around and attack Keon.
What
So,
else?
Can I get one attack roll from you against Keon?
I keep dropping my dice. Nat 1.
All right, it misses, and then another save, DC 14.
DC 14. Let's not use the nat 1 dice.
No, go ahead. It'll be fine.
It's because I've been using my left hand to throw the dice. That's why I've been rolling so horrible. So let's see. What's this? Okay, so that's an 8.
8's not enough. So basically, what's happening here is something is in the blood, and the blood is in you. And you guys notice this. It's clear. It's whatever is manipulating him is not holding back, and every chance it gets, it's having it lash out at you guys. You get to make a
Grapple
check
him.
at the end of every turn.
I try to just sort of restrain him, or get it,
Okay.
hold his weapon so he's not attacking with it. I
Well,
guess.
he'll try and attack you then.
I'll start doing counter charm on the bagpipes.
Ooh, that's not very frequently used. I like it. Sing me a song. And
It's basically I'm going to drown out those whispers with bagpipes.
Zoran, do you hit the Genasi?
Oh, I got to roll. That is 11 plus 5, 16.
I'm gonna use a charge on my gosh darn shield ring. Nope.
So close. Okay, and the counter charm, how long does that gives him an advantage if he is trying to?
Hands blood.
If this
Yeah.
is charmed, if this is a charm or frightened effect.
It's essentially. Let's go with that. We're near the end here. Can you shake off the blood, the tainted blood?
So what's that? Advantage?
Yes, advantage.
Con save. 18.
18's enough.
Spit it out.
Essentially, yeah, you spit it out and manage to get a hold of it and toss it away. And it was in your head. It was in your thoughts. Let's see. Alondra, can I get an Arcana check from you? Or if anyone else is trained in religion and would like to...
19.
That is good enough. You've heard of these type of creatures. It's some type of necrotic, like undead blood creature that can take people over. And once the taint is here, these things are very, very difficult to destroy.
So do we destroy the corpse and that destroys his ability to take over Azaran, or?
No, you need like hallowed spell and to be able to like, it's a whole long process. This car, you might want to consider like a loss at this point and count yourself lucky that you're not infected.
Do not touch the blood. It will possess you as it possessed Zoran.
All right, then keep moving.
But you know, if you wanted, you could probably cut this car off, try and release it.
We already got all the treasure, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, we can do that.
Sounds good.
Okay. Is anyone trained in any of the vehicle proficiencies?
Yes, I am.
What do you got?
It just says land vehicles.
And this is indeed a land vehicle. It's a bit of a stretch, but the concept is the same. You know, it's all about hitches and joints and knuckle sockets and stuff. So as you're passing between the cars, there is kind of the threshold and stuff, and you hear the rail below. Give me a check on your, I guess it would be intelligence. Would be the governing trait. You're trying to figure out how the hell do I disconnect this thing.
Let's
You can
see.
do it.
That is going to be a 14.
Plus proficiency.
Yeah, that was including proficiency. I didn't say it.
What?
I have an ability called bolstering magic that gives me a plus D3 on my checks, but I have to use it before.
Do it. I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, that's a 1. So 15.
15 is
And inspiration.
15 is enough. If you get down there and pull the levers, you will cast off the remaining 3 cars.
Nice.
Do you
Done.
want to?
I guess we never did see what the last car was.
And you probably never will.
Oh, what?
Those poor souls
Wave goodbye, Grime.
lost to
I
the
hold up my
mists.
teddy bear's arm, just wave it back and forth.
Huh. Wonder what else is in those mists as we look off into the dark.
All right. So obviously, if we had a full campaign, there's a lot of ways we could go here. But what's happening here is the train continues on, and you pass through another mist barrier, and the land you pull into, the announcement says, now arriving in Darkon, and you pull into like a port city. You smell the seawater, the teeming life, and Burke does not have quite the happy ending that he was possibly intending to get, as he is immediately sought out and arrested by a number of constabulary police, if you will, who bring him into custody. You're wanted at Castle Avernus, and they drag him off. As to your ultimate fate, you would be free to journey here, but after the next long rest you take, you realize that mark on your arm, the longer you stay in one spot, the more painful it becomes, and the more tired you become. Basically, it's like the Mistwalker ability when you died the first time during the cloning. You've been marked, so it's constantly pushing you on to move forward and move forward. And that night, when you are trying to decide where to go next with your pilfered treasure and your ill-gotten gains, the Castle Avernus that they're referring to, which kind of floats up above the land, explodes, and a giant rift, a golden star, opens up in the sky, and the entire atmosphere changes. You can feel the mists lighten, and from you hear people repeating, "The hour of ascension is here. The hour of ascension is here." And this is the day that Darkon changed forever, and you were there to see it. The mists no longer holding on to their Dark Lord.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we're only doing this as a two-shot, and this is the end of the line for our story. I know, but
For
we got a little.
now.
For now, we got a little bit at the very end of the announcements that we'll share with you that might brighten the mood a tiny bit. So this is a good time to stop for the night, and we'll get some quick reminders, and then thanks, and maybe we'll rate a friend. So Tom, could you tell us about YouTube and what we're doing with that?
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. It was such a good evening. And don't forget to subscribe to our Games Tavern YouTube channel right now. Subscribing is free, and you don't miss any of the action. Access to all the shows and great content. And your likes and positive comments on the videos give us a boost to help future Tavern regulars find out about the shows. Sid?
Hey, don't forget to leave a comment. People see it, we'll respond. And Sid, we'll loop back to you since we're still checking on who may have won that giveaway. Jeff, could you tell us about the lead sponsor?
Yeah. So, because of the event that we got, or with not event, but because of the book, the handbook, the player's handbook that we're waiting to find out who won. D&D Beyond .com has been our wonderful sponsor this week. D&D Beyond, they have D&D support tools. They have all different types of items that support your tabletop needs, both virtually, so either here if you're doing something online, if you're doing something in person, their new app that they just released earlier this year, which is a really tool of their older app that combined their two old apps into one pretty actually decent app, where you can build your characters and look at all the books in one app, which is really nice. You can have that at the table with you. So both the website for online play, that for in-person play, wonderful resource. We thank them for being a sponsor. And yeah, let's see if, oh, maybe not. No. Okay.
Yes. So in conclusion here, I'd like to let you know about something we have coming up in July. It's a new stream on the Games Tavern Network. It's called The Mists, and it's set in the Domains of Dread. Kind of their tagline would be, once they have you, they never let you go. So stay tuned for that. There's going to be some more details, in Twitch and Twitter, in the Discord, definitely. There'll be some rooms on there. So if you want to, get in there and start chatting with the people who are going to be playing, that's what it's there for. In the meantime, that's all we have for tonight. Good night, and be sure to keep an eye out for what we have coming up in the future. Thank you for playing. Have a great night.
Bye.